Number 12, we're going to solve the inequality, express it in interval notation, and we're going to graph it. So this problem, we have in parentheses x plus 5, close parentheses, and then open again, we have x minus 6. And then this is greater than, and then in parentheses we have x minus 4, and then we have x plus 4. So we're going to FOIL the left side. We're going to apply the difference of squares. If you don't recall, difference of squares, you can look that up, but when you have the same two terms and one is subtraction, one is addition, we can just square both terms and get that solution. So here we actually have to FOIL it out. So x times x gives us x squared, x times a negative 6 minus 6x, 5 times x plus 5x, and 5 times negative 6, negative 30. On the right hand side, we will end up with x squared minus 16. So this is a special case whenever you have the same two terms, subtraction and addition. You will get the first term squared and then the two back terms multiplied to give you 16. We will have a middle term, but it will cancel out because one will be positive and one will be negative. So it just gets you there a little bit quicker. So then we simplify. We have x squared minus x. We get that from combining the negative 6x and the positive 5. And then minus 30 greater than x squared minus 16. So now we're going to move everything to one side. So I'm going to subtract x squared. And I'm going to subtract x squared. So this goes to 0. This also goes to 0. So I'll bring down negative x. I'll bring down negative 30. And that is greater than negative 16. So in solving for x now, I want to add 30 to both sides to get x by itself. So 30 goes to 0 here, bring down negative x, greater than, bring down positive 14. Alright, so x cannot be negative. We need it to be positive. So we can say divide by negative 1 or multiply by negative 1. Both of them will change the sign but leave the value the same. So we'll say divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1. So when we divide by negative 1, that's just 1. So we have x. The sign gets flipped because we divided by a negative. And this now becomes negative 14. So here is our solution. If I do this on a number line, you have to graph it. So let's say this is 0. Negative 14 is going to be over here on the left. And the x values, this inequality arrowhead is pointing to the left. So from 14, we're going to the left. So we're going all the way to negative infinity. Okay. So this will be graphing it, and if we do interval notation, infinity is always in parentheses. So our interval notation is negative infinity to negative 14. Okay, so this arrowhead will always point you in the direction as long as you have your variable on the left. Okay, so this will be our interval notation, and this will be our graphing solution. So solution, interval notation, negative infinity to negative 14. And then the graph that matches, this looks like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So a B looks good. I don't even need the rest of them. B has the correct parentheses, This one has a bracket. That's the only other one that would match what we have.